Hello everyone, I decided to tell you again about such project as Axelar Network, since the project is really interesting, solves a certain problem in the world of cryptocurrencies. I will try to use as simple words as possible as I can to introduce the subject and convey the main point. The article will be written based on the translation and study of the white paper project. Let's go. Axelar Network is the future of the blockchain world, the launch of a satellite. Let's start with what cryptocurrency and blockchains are in general, without deepening, since the topic is very extensive. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency accounting for internal units of account, which is provided by a decentralized payment system operating in a fully automatic mode. Blockchain is a continuous sequential chain of blocks built according to certain rules. How the chain works is simple. Each new block contains a link to previous one. In this way, you can track any transaction and find out how digital assets were moved. This is the basic principle of blockchain, but there are many different blockchains that were created and developed in their own special language. These cases create difficulties for developers of various applications. dApps is a blockchain-based application that consists of a smart contract and an external user interface. Example of dApps: OpenSea, Atomic Market, Nifty Blocks. The problem of interaction between blockchains. Most applications are actually tied to the blockchain on which they were built, and partly do not receive an audience from whom these particular blockchains are unknown or simply not liked. For example, OpenSea is built on Ethereum blockchain, which in turn is famous for its horse commissions and sometimes lengthy transactions. At the same time, in order for an application to connect to another blockchain, developers will have to completely rewrite its code in the language of another blockchain, which is an extremely resource-intensive task. And here Axelar Networks come to our aid. It is a decentralized network containing a number of protocols, tools and APIs that provide easy communication between blockchains. Let's roll back a little on the difficulties, closer to reflection. Let's say we are beginner but very talented and ambitious developers, and we decided to create our own application on the blockchain, and that is the app. At this stage, we also need to decide on the basis of which blockchain we will create our application. When choosing, you need to take into account the features of each blockchain, its cons and pros, since building an application in another blockchain will be too resource-intensive, and there is no guarantee that our investment will pay off. So our application will most likely remain to exist only in one blockchain, with its disadvantages, limitation and audience. It sounds sad, really, but what if this wall no longer exists? What if developers can easily embed their applications into almost any blockchain using one simple app? This is exactly what Axelar Technologies is about. Cross-chain communication, or interoperability, is an integration of two blockchains with each other. To be more precise, it is the ability of a user of one blockchain to see and access information stored in another blockchain and vice versa. If the information is sent to another blockchain, the user on the other side can see it, read it, understand it and react accordingly, having spent the minimum of effort on this whole process. That is, users of different blockchains will be able to see our application and use it. This will provide us with the unique capabilities of the new blockchain, an additional audience, which means additional liquidity and scale. Axelar will be able to provide us with all these features using one single app that we can integrate in our application. And today we can try out Satellite, one of the first ecosystem applications based on the Axelar network. Satellite is a decentralized application for transferring assets between chains, which allows users to transfer assets that they hold in the original chain to an address in another destination chain. Satellite will support the transfer of Terra's own assets such as Luna and UST between several IMV and non-IMV chains such as Terra, Avalanche, Polygon, Ethereum and Phantom. And soon after that, Moonbeam will be added. Several networks and assets will be added in the coming weeks and months. Satellite is the first application demonstrating that the Axelar connects the entire cosmos via IVS and its GSP protocol with the several ecosystems. Satellite is just the beginning. Soon, developers will be able to connect their applications to the Axelar decentralized network via the API, gaining access to all other networks connected to Axelar, as well as to assets and users in these networks. Satellite was created as an example of an application using the API to perform in-network asset transfers. The Satellite code will be open source. The API documentation ISDK developer tool is currently under development to simplify interaction with the network. We welcome and encourage developers to create their own applications for transferring assets between networks. Axelar Network will revolutionize the world of blockchain and definitely deserves attention. I recommend subscribing to social media of the project, and also do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification so you will not miss the review of new projects. And remember, Bitcoin is a digital gold.